thank you very much to the organizers and for letting me present this little survey on the typologies of popular science web videos, also YouTube videos, that we have made in Karlsruhe at the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. I am actually working in the Center for Cultural and General Studies. And back in 2011, we started making web videos, popular science web videos. And we have made a little bit research, not that, that is a new one, a little bit. We have to produce quickly. And then we have seen, oh, it's cool, pretty Heron and 60 symbols, periodic table of videos and so on. These YouTubers are doing a good job. We would like to do something like that. We had money at that moment. But at the end, we had political problems with every professor, every PhD student had to be present in the film. We had also cool things like an artist who was making virtual reality or augmented reality for our videos on particle physics. Everything was great, but we didn't go viral. That was, it was in our role to go viral, but we thought, well, let's make another research. We had implemented 2 things or 3 things that we saw that, at that time. The PhD students had to talk to the camera, like 60 symbols, but we didn't go viral. Yeah? There are much more to do to go viral. Lucky for us, that wasn't our goal, and videos are still online, and we got subscribers, 1 every week or 2. That's good. That's good for us as a university, but we are not YouTubers in the sense I will tell you now. All right, to the survey. The subject of our study is the popular science web video. And we have to clear what is that actually. What is a popular science web video? A popular science web video is a short video that focuses on the communication of scientific contents for a broad audience on the internet. That is our definition for that. We think a music video is also popular science web video, but that's a genre on itself, and that it wasn't a subject matter for us. For us, our subject were videos from video channels that make scientific knowledge accessible to the public. Since the word popular science web video is too long, I will speak only about science web video or just science video, but I'm meaning popular science web video all the time. Well, to the state of the art, that's right. There's no much information or remarkable papers on this subject, and this is surprising. Then there's many channels, also in Germany, not so many as in English, but Christoph Krachten is a good one, kurz gesagt, already said. And there's a remarkable exception in the investigation, the work of Malborn and Grant, Science Communication on YouTube Factors that Affect Channel and Video Popularity. But in our study, in our survey, we did not want to go viral, but we want to know how a good web video work, and for this. But at the end, there's no evidence-based survey of genres, styles, and forms. That's our role. And for that, we have first to identify a representative video channels and producers, and then we have made a typological study on aesthetic and narrative trends. And with this information, we can also use an informational basis for context analysis, but we didn't do that yet, not yet. Only the typological study at this moment. Well, I'll try to resume an outline of our methodology, and then I will read some data analysis and our key findings. Our data collection goals were we want to know the aesthetic, the production, how these videos, we make videos, but we want to know how they are doing their job and also the narrative characteristics. And we want to know how these videos are networked and the interaction between channels, but this is the next step. The main criteria for our data corpus depend on the above mentioned definition, popular edited science web video that addresses a broad audience. Thus, it doesn't change. And for the selection of web video channel sites, not only from YouTube, but also from Vimeo and proprietary platforms, we choose 100 video channels. It's a small survey. And we wanted something representative, so we worked with the YouTube algorithm, not with the plain algorithm, but with the findings of this algorithm. The algorithm is not public. There's a channel site on YouTube, the Science and Education site, and there you can filter the videos or the best channel findings by popularity factors, and then you can choose between 77 countries, and you have to disable the cache of your computer and also the cookies. Otherwise, you wouldn't get good findings. After that, we have search in the blogosphere recommendations on what is cool, video projects on science and so on. And after that, we have triangulated the results for our study. The main things we collected were general information about the channel and videos, like name, link, video account, subscribers, views, likes, dislikes, etc. And then the really important information for us were the specific data about the particular videos. We chose pro channel 2 videos, the most popular one and the most recent. And the specific data are number of actors according to gender, estimated age of the actors, a thumbnail description, shooting location if possible, a description of camera work, but that's all. We have standardized method in a code book. It consists of 2.5 pages. Yeah? Also average number of shots, a kind of storytelling, genre and dramatic means, intro and outro description, and also special effects like sound design, type of music, and quality of narrator's voice. Well, and now I will read a selection of our data analysis. If I find it. Yeah, that's it. Well, also the first two things are number of takes. Do you know what's a take? A take is a continuous sequence, and if you make a cut, then you have the other take. Yeah. All right. Respect to the takes and cinematographics, I call it also the montage. The amount and kind of cinematic techniques used in a video production can signify the level of professionalization with which a video was created. Examining the visual and narrative strategies deployed can therefore give a good picture of the social environment in which the work was made. In film, the term montage describes the ways filmed material can be put into a coherent, final work. A take is a single continuous video record films and videos usually consist of numerous takes linked together without gaps through montage. The use of 3 or more takes can be interpreted as the result of the artist or director's effort to construct filmic reality through montage. The use of one long take or uninterrupted shot can imply some kind of dramaturgical complexity. But since films with long uninterrupted shots are very rare, and video material we examined does not include elaborated long takes, we have to assume that web videos consisting of one take indicate a plain kind of montage. Otherwise, the YouTubers would work like Alfred Hitchcock in The Rope. Yeah, this is a planned sequence film. Yeah, that's very complicated. In the following section, we will also discuss special effects. That is not coming today. Today's special effects I'm not coming, but I will speak a little bit about the design, cinematographic means. This is the second graphic. As for the cinematographic methods, we see that the most extended technique implies the use of a tripod for stable video recording by 55%. Nevertheless, many of the less popular science video channels also use handheld camera aesthetics for the production of their videos, almost 10% of them, or combine multiple techniques. Brady Haran, already mentioned, or Derek Müller from Meditation, and Destin Sendling, the maker of Smarter Every Day, who all have extremely popular video channels, belong to the group of handheld producers. A more elaborate cinematographic techniques, such as the use of traveling and steadicam sequences or other techniques that are usually needed for the production of scenic films, are very rare at this stage of development of the scientific web video. These methods of stabilizing the video image are commonplace with professional video outlets such as TV production or cinematic movies, but require sophisticated devices and specialized knowledge. Well, so far to these two diagrams about their use of shots. We can see the following things. And about, this is the 4 most used shots. Yeah, you see, excuse me, well, here, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Also, we have here the medium close up. This is the first one on the left. This is the most used shot for composing a film. And the close-up is the second one on the right, up on the right. This is the maker of Vsauce. We see some things of the surroundings, but we see his mimicry and movements. He's trying to explain something. This is the typical shot for a newsreel. The other one is the close-up, where we only see his head. This is not very typical in documentaries because it's too personal. He's going personal in this film. And the last one is the close-up. This is the more used shots in most of the videos we analyzed. Okay, all right. Yeah. Then we there are also in most of scientific web videos, over 60%, they use a narration model in the first person, in line with the broad assumption that YouTubers seek to establish a personal connection with the audience, wherein the narrator directly addresses viewers. Nevertheless, about 26% of the YouTube video channels use a third-person narration model. Here we have to take into account that more than 1/3 of these productions involve animation, so that the use of a narrator as voiceover does not correspond with the structure of typical television documentary. The other interesting thing is the use of plot points. A plot point is a movement in a film production. When you are seeing a film, you see there is a start, a point of attack, moment which the story starts, and then there are different moments until the climax where you get all answers and so on. And the more plot points, the more complexity is in the production. And we see there are many explanatory films with only 2 plot points. That means there's an answer, a question, and an answer. And there's no dramaturgical movement in this kind of productions, but there are also many movies that function with dramaturgical laws. And skipping that and run out of time, I think. Well, to the genres. The variety of genres and subgenres in the production of scientific web videos for the public is manifold. As we can see in this figure, the most popular genres being used in the production of scientific web videos are the documentary and the animation movie, followed by new kind of formats that we defined as questions and answers and entertaining monologues on scientific topics. Classical television formats such as the reportage, the feature movie, or the interview, as well as film portraits, are also well represented in the investigated video corpus. Also we find everything in YouTube. No, not only on YouTube, also in Vimeo. In Vimeo, we have found essay films with scientific and related to scientific themes. The platform 94 Elements is the best one. All right. Another interesting thing is the analysis of intros and outros. But that's too much for today. I would read something about the past films we made. According to some of the commented data, we can distinguish the following characteristics and tendencies of popular science videos. The first thing, English dominate video production. Yeah? There are very popular but not yet globally operating science video channels from non-English speaking nations. The YouTube global list is dominated by productions in the English language, with a few exceptions in Spanish. For example, Unicos and Portuguese. Vestibulandia is another example. Some of the non-English speaking productions are influenced by global players from English speaking regions. There are also original productions with the potential to become global, but for the moment the globalization of a channel depends on translation into English, like kurz gesagt, and sometimes into other world languages, which often implies adjusting the content to other cultural context. This is the case of Minute Physics. There is a Spanish version of that called Minuto de Física. In this regard, and I'm coming to the end of my talk, is not the native tongue of the area. The language barrier also influences the target audiences. Second language English speakers are usually young, well educated, and wealthy measured on a global scale. The second point, variety of subgenres. There is a large variety of genres and subgenres, all of them produced as short videos. The most frequent genres being used as A, documentary, like Sisti Symbols, B, animation, like TED Education or Kurz gesagt, and C, reportage, for example, most university productions. Within the main documentary and animation genres, there are some subgenres that deserve a separate mention. The main subgenres are questions and answers, which can also be found as monologues or animations, live drawing, like ASAP Science, we saw an example before, live writing, such as Khan Academy, edited talk, for example, TED Talks, portraits, a production of Brady Harm Faf Scientist, or live experiments such as the slow-mo guys. We have found also a moderate complexity of production. They are not investing. They they are not trying to make a perfect result, a perfect film, but on the other side, we find a high complexity of montage. Most of the analyzed videos demonstrate complex montage. The number and kind of camera shots used for the elaboration of a story indicates intense post-production. Nevertheless, there are also web videos that get by with a planned sequence or less than 3 shots. That's the case of Not Rage, but there's no so good, formally speaking. Most of them are live experiments with either sparse moderation or none at all. In general, the variety of shots is also typical for traditional TV productions. And in addition, the use of external sound devices for good voice quality and the elaboration of dramatically efficient sound design are not unusual among many producers. As for storytelling, we have to say they are storytelling experts, most of them. The most remarkable feature and possibly the main cause of the success of web video related science communication is the focus of YouTubers and filmmakers on storytelling. Behind every successful video is a very well taught story, even if the main scientific topic is not a current one or is not perceived as very important for mankind, and even if the video quality is not the best, the power of an entertaining script can turn into a viral event. As for the relevance of intro and outro sequences, we can say that most of the online videos we analyzed use advanced intro and outro sequences. These sequences are very important for both winning new followers and keeping them informed. Many intro sequences work as a dramatic part of the movie, and most of them are conceived as eye-catchers. Recognizable elements such as animated logos and jingle tones also form part of the composition in an intro. Subscribe links and calls as well as video recommendations are common in auto sequences in order to keep growing the network of followers. And last but not least, the personal touch. The increasing professionalism of web video production is not so much to be found in the production techniques themselves as in the quality of movie montage and storytelling. Most of the videos are low-budget productions, and some of them may have been made by amateurs, but by amateurs with a very good knack for storytelling and mise-en-scene. Most of the short documentaries, including subcategories and such as monologue, question and answer, portrait, or even interview, follow the tradition of successful TV documentaries. In that tradition, renowned scientists such as Carl Sagan or David Attenborough established a kind of personal connection with the public by explaining science directly to the camera with contagious enthusiasm. While many universities continue using standard TV reportage, the new YouTube educators keep their networks growing by addressing their audience directly and communicating with comments and video responses to questions other users may have put forward. That would be all for now. Thanks.